Hey y'all, welcome to the guided meditation for today. Your eyes can be open or closed. I hope you found a comfortable place. And we're going to get started on this guided meditation. You may lay down, you can sit up, you can journal, just be open. So let's go for it. If things pop into your head, please feel free to write and journal and let thoughts flow in these few moments of stillness. Just like take a breath. Let it out your mouth. And settle in. I invite you to just envision yourself in this exact place you sit or are lying down in. Just like get outside yourself a little and just be like, okay, I'm a human sitting or lying there. Cool. So view yourself from outside yourself, sitting here, being here in this exact moment. The rest of the world has faded away. It's just you being here, sitting here, lying here in this singular moment. Now put your to-do list outside yourself, all right? Set it aside. Your obligations, your stressors, let them be outside yourself for a while. They'll still be there. They're not going anywhere. There's just no need to hold them so tightly. Release them and just be. Here, now. Give them a break from being held so tightly, and give yourself a break from holding on so tightly. Now think about what brought you here, to this group, to this meditation, and the part inside of you that said, you need this, and showed up here and decided to do this meditation. There was a part of you that said, you need this, do it, try it. Think about that drive. Now I invite you to take your attention to the ground beneath you or the chair beneath you or whatever your body is sitting or lying on, whatever is supporting you. And then connect to your breath. Notice your inhales and your exhales. Feel your breath as your chest rises and falls. And now notice your belly as it rises and falls. Now bring your attention to your heart space. So the space where your heart resides. And I invite you to imagine a warm, bright light in your heart space. And if you've never done this before and imagined a light in your body, we use this as just a visual, something to bring a physical presence to a space in your body. So in this case, I invite you to really imagine this glowing ball of light where your heart is. And let it brighten and let it warm you. Now really feel into your heart space and notice how your breath goes into this space. Your breath and your heart are connected. And in your heart space are your gifts and your passions and the desires of your heart, the things that bring you joy and the things that fill you up. Begin to notice these things, your gifts, your passions, the desires you have for yourself. There might be many, there might be few, but they're each there to tap into, to remember, to discover. Inside your heart space are the things your heart wants most. Notice them. Do not judge them. Look at them, feel them, and notice, are these things, these gifts, these passions, these desires in your heart, are they shiny and new? Or are they a little dusty? Are they something you've set aside, but you're ready to look at again? Have you found something you've long forgotten? And what is it your heart yearns for? And what emotions do they bring up in you? What are your emotions in this moment? Are you curious or maybe sad of the neglected things of your heart? Are you excited to have remembered something or excited for where you can go now that you've brought attention to your heart space? Are you scared? Are you terrified? Are you skeptical of this whole thing or of the things that have come up in your heart? Are you skeptical of them? Notice that each thing, few or many, has a purpose. It is inside of you and it belongs in you. There are some things that may feel comfortable to you, and there are other things that may surprise you. No judgment on these things, just observing what's there. Now we'll reconnect to our breath. Maybe place a hand on your heart and let your breath rise and fall into your heart space. Feel your breath and your heart connect. And if your eyes were closed, you can gently blink your eyes open. And then maybe smile because you connected with this, or smile because you made it through a meditation, or smile because you tried something new, or smile because you thought it was all weird, right? All the things, all the thoughts are welcome. And then get curious as to why you feel the way you feel. Maybe you feel really connected and get curious why? Why did this connect you? Maybe this felt uncomfortable. Why? Why was this uncomfortable? Get curious instead of judgmental of how you're feeling. And today, in your growth sheet that will be posted, is some space to write about what is in your heart space. Like, what fills you here? Like, what does your knowing pull you towards? What are those dreams and those goals and those wants and desires that you have? Because you're allowed to have them. And you're allowed to start taking these things and making them part of your life. We don't have to put aside the things we love and our desires in sacrifice of others, because only we will feel the pain and the heartache of the goals and the dreams and the heart-centered things that we knew we wanted, but then never went for or did or tried or added into our lives. We are the only people that will feel that pain. Nobody else will know. No one else will know if we just ignored what was most important to us. Whenever I feel like I don't deserve to do the things that are important to me, I think of old lady me someday, and I think of what she will have wished I had done or added into my life or done more of or done less of. I think of her because she's wise and smart and she knows what's important. And when I think of her, how can I not do the things and figure out what's here? And when I think of the people I love, for example, my children, I want to be an example to them of, you get to do what you love, and you get to make sure the things you love are in your life, and you get to go after things. And maybe you don't have anything you want to go after, but there's things you love that are not in your life. You get to add them in. You get to make sure they're there, and you better make sure they're there because nobody else will. It's on you. I just know what it's like to feel like this isn't valid or important. Everything else is valid and important, but this isn't. I still have to overcome the guilt of letting myself go to the places that fill me up, letting myself add in the things that fill me up, and letting myself let go of the things that don't serve me. This is not selfish. This is living life intentionally, and a life that fills you up, a life that brings you peace. Meditation for day 2. Check out the worksheet, and then we'll meet here tomorrow on day 3, where we're going to dig in and start figuring out what's next in our life and how to take these things that matter to us and get them in our life, and how to release the things that we don't need in our life anymore. So I'll see you tomorrow. Check in the group. Comment below when you finish this meditation, and see y'all tomorrow.